Okay, some pretty groovy music as we start our interview this morning about Cooper Lake State Park, and with us is Steve Killian. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning. Great to be with you again.
Yes, glad for your return. You are having fun out there at Cooper Lake State Park.
Every day, me and my staff, we're positioning the park for a great experience for your listeners. So it's fun doing that. So
I imagine it is.
It is. We work on trails. We mow grass. There's a lot of fun stuff we do outside, and we're preparing the park for you. The park is prepared for the weekend. So come out and see us. We don't have too many more summer weekends left. So come out. The water is at pool. We have white sandy beaches. It's ready for the family and friends to get out and enjoy.
Oh, it is wonderful to get out there and take people who haven't seen our state park before.
Yes, we have 89 state parks throughout the state of Texas, but I'm thinking that Cooper Lake State Park is near the top. I mean, we have amazing vista views, especially from Gulls Bluff at the South Sulphur Unit. You get these multiple mile vista views from this high point overlooking the lake. I just love that. The greatest sunrises and sunsets, I think, in any part of Texas, because the lake is positioned east and west. So you get beautiful sunrises and beautiful sunsets. And before I made it up here this morning, I took a sunrise picture, and I'll post it on our Facebook page. But
that sun is just a big orange ball.
Yeah, and it's reflecting off the lake and the clouds. Every sunrise, every sunset is different, I promise.
I know you have things you want to talk about, but I want to ask you, because I haven't been to one, how brilliant are the skies at night?
Well, they're amazing. My staff has put together a plan that we're protecting our dark skies. So all of our lights, our parking lot lights are shielded, and we've replaced the bulbs. Instead of having these blue, white, super bright light bulbs, we have more of a yellowish, warmer glow, which protects the night skies. Now, when you look at the horizons around Cooper Lake, you will see what we call light domes. But right above the park and a large section around that central location, it's dark. We have a new moon, which means we do not have any moon on August the 8th. And I promise you, if the skies are clear and you want to come out to Cooper Lake after dark, you will see the Milky Way. You will see the beautiful Milky Way. So I think that's important. I think that's important for humans. We have evolved to look at the night skies, and modern life has shut that off, but not at Cooper Lake State Park.
Think about the people long ago who didn't have any other evening recreation, no TV. Stories
about the stars. Native Americans, other cultures. It's only been 250, 300 years that we ended the day around a campfire, whether it was a hearth in a house or a campfire outside, with no other type of lighting at all. And then the leader would gaze up and tell stories to the children, and every constellation would have a different story. So we've been cut off from that. One thing that we want to do at Cooper Lake State Park is to begin to tell those stories again. So we're excited about that.
And I love your description of it. Now, you have some new things out there?
Well, we have a lot of stuff going on in terms of we're doing trail work. We're involved in a habitat restoration project. So when you come out to the park, you will see some of our prairies that will look like they've had a tree cutter that's been through. But that's a process that we're reclaiming some of these natural prairies that have grown up over the years. 250, 300 years ago, most of this part of the world was prairie with scattered mottes of post oaks. Hence, it was called a post oak savanna. And then there's very nearby, there's blackland prairies as well. So prairies are one of the most endangered habitats we have in Texas, and we are involved right now in bringing some of those back. And we do that through mechanical means, tree cutters, and we also do that through prescribed fire. And the plans are, if the weather cooperates, we'll have a prescribed burn at the South Sulphur Unit sometime this month or early September.
So you are keeping the forest and making them a place to learn from and travel through.
Yes,
and
yes.
But other places you are
and prairies, we're creating these open grassland areas as well. So
Wow.
so it'll be kind of dichotomous. We'll have the forests where the forest should be, and the prairies where the prairie should be. It's a job. It's a lot of work, but we have a great staff that's involved in that project. Now, in terms of other new things, educational programs are back. COVID shut us down last year, and that was hard on us because one thing that we pride ourselves on is educating the public. So, Friday night we have a program. It's on owls. It's at the amphitheater at Honey Creek at the South Sulphur Unit. That program is going to start at 8 o'clock, and we're excited about that one. I actually saw an owl flying through the park yesterday, and that was pretty rare. I mean, I hear owls at night, but actually see an owl in flight, that's pretty rare. So I counted myself very fortunate yesterday.
So if they came out on Saturday, August 8th, 7th?
7th.
They could also see dark skies after the owl program.
They could. The owl program is going to be Friday night, the 6th, and after that, they could see dark skies. And that's going to be very, very close to the new moon, so the skies are going to be dark.
Amazing.
So I'm glad you mentioned dark skies because we have a late summer treat every year, but this year it's going to be extra special because the Perseid meteor shower is paired with the new moon. So we're not going to have to fight the moon's glow to see the meteors in the sky.
Right.
So August the 11th, August 12th, August 13th, which would be the middle of next week, would be the perfect time to come out to Cooper Lake State Park, look to the northeast from the South Sulphur Unit across the lake, and you will be able to see hopefully contrails of meteors. Last year I saw one that stretched almost completely across the sky. It was a greenish, had a greenish tail. So amazing stuff. So Cooper Lake State Park is there for you guys, whether it's daytime, enjoying the swimming, fishing, boating, skiing, or it's at night, sleeping in your tent or looking at the night skies. We have something for everyone at Cooper Lake State Park. And if you're interested in camping, well, this is one time a year that you may be able to make a last-minute camping reservation because of that.
Well, all your descriptions have made me nearly speechless. I'm imagining all the things you describe in my mind, and I'm hardly have another thing to ask you because I would just love to come out there and see.
Well, come out and see us.
Yeah, you're in our backyard.
I didn't even mention the cabins.
Yeah.
The glamping camping overlooking the lake. It's there.
I love that description. Glamping camping.
Glamping camping. It's a one bedroom. It has 2 beds, a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, and more importantly, you got a back deck, and most of them overlook Cooper Lake. So, and it's a special treat for sure. Those cabins are the only dwellings found on the lake because the land around Cooper Lake is either a state park or a wildlife management area.
Okay.
So unlike many lakes in Texas, there's no private ownership that abuts up to the lake. So if you want to experience Cooper Lake, the only place you can really experience it and a dwelling would be one of our cabins. So those stay booked. This weekend they're all booked. But if you're interested, go online or call our reservation service to book that. During the week, it's easier to get a reservation than the weekends.
Okay.
Now weekends we require two-night minimum. During the week, you can just do it for one night.
Okay. Okay, good to know. I have a question I've been wanting to ask. Is the lake named Jim Chapman Lake?
It's officially named Jim Chapman Lake, but for all us laymen, we call it Cooper Lake. So
Okay.
So Cooper Lake State Park. That's what we call it. So, but if you see it on the map, it's going to be called Jim Chapman.
And we love Jim Chapman.
Jim Chapman was an amazing individual. So I never had the chance to meet Jim Chapman, but an amazing man.
What else do you have to tell us in the next 4 minutes?
4 minutes. Well, you know, I love Cooper Lake State Park, but I've also managed many state parks throughout the state of Texas, and I'm telling you, if you like to travel and you want to see the sights and sounds, I'd recommend Brazos Bend State Park. It's southwest of Houston. It's the home of the American alligator. It's a beautiful, beautiful park, and you can walk the trails around the shallow lakes and see alligators, wading birds, white-tailed deer, otters, you name it. That's a park that you can actually see so many forms of wildlife. Great staff there, just a fun place, and it's close to Houston. Also, if you're making a trip to the hill country, then what you would need to do would be visit either Garner State Park, which is the #1 camping park in the state of Texas. They're on the banks of the Frio River, a clear spring-fed river flowing through that area. You can tube, swim. Beautiful fall foliage in December. So, Enchanted Rock. It's a large batholith, which is the basic root of a mountain range that has eroded away. This large granite batholith is almost 1 billion years old.
Batholith.
It's a solid granite rock that rises almost 500 feet in the hill country, and when you see it for the first time, it will take your breath away.
Wow.
It has a pinkish color, and we have a trail that will take you all the way to the top of that. So you have to be in fairly good condition to make it to the top, but for those of you that can do that, highly recommend it. Dangerfield State Park, which is our sister park, neighboring park. Mm-hmm. It's the Cathedral of the Trees, an 80-acre spring-fed lake, the clearest lake in Northeast Texas. So if you love to swim, visit Dangerfield, and you can swim, you can picnic, and it's a historic park that was built in the 1930s and finished in 1941. So Dangerfield, great trails, great staff, beautiful, clear lake, great fishing as well.
I have a quick question. If I wanted to come out there and make a reservation is it day use reservation?
Well, you can make a day use reservation, but now since we're out of the COVID, the limitations, you can just roll up and purchase. But if it's after hours, I would recommend you buying it online, because after hours you cannot use a credit card.
Okay.
And our hours would it be 8:15 in the morning to 4:45 in the evening, and during that period you can use credit cards.
Okay.
But if you arrive before or after, you know, you need to do it online if you want to use a credit card. Now we have an Iron Ranger there, self-service. You can always use cash.
Iron Ranger.
It's called an Iron Ranger.
Okay.
It's a box that has envelopes, and then you utilize one portion of the envelope, put it on your windshield, so our park police officer knows you paid. The other one goes into the box.
Okay. Good to know, because we want to come out, but just how to do it and worrying about any limitations still left over are kind of worrisome, especially when you get the idea last minute.
Yes. So day you should be great. Camping, August, because we do have some openings this weekend because it's August. It's warm. Schools. People are thinking about getting their kids back in school. So But we do have some openings. I think the weather's going to be great. It looks like the forecast is going to be great. Cool nights, campfire, warm to hot days, swimming and fishing.
Thank you, Steve Killian.
Always great to be here.
You are a treasure of information for us.
Thank you.